Hi and welcome back everyone. Here's a virtual PE lesson that focuses on developing children's fundamental movement skills. We start with some coordinated familiarisation activities. They'll need a ball, but rolled up socks will suffice. We start with the ball in both hands and we're going to roll it from the top of our head right down to our toes. We're going to do this 5 times with both hands and then 5 times just using your left hand and then 5 times just using your right hand. We then do the same using both hands, but rolling the ball laterally, moving it around our stomach and our back and back to the start again. We're going to do this 5 times clockwise and then 5 times anti-clockwise. These movements develop fine motor skills as we manipulate our fingers to grip and then roll the ball. We also develop the gross motor skills, twisting, bending and balancing as we move the ball horizontally and vertically around our body. In our second activity, we're going to ask children to get a bat or racket or another circular object. A paper plate or a biscuit tin lid works just as well. We then place the ball on the bat and tilt it to carefully move the ball around the circumference of the bat. We do 10 laps on the right hand, 10 laps on the left hand, and build up your speed as you start to become more confident. From here, we can coordinate our arm and wrist to flick the ball up into the air. It's important to track the ball with your eyes and then repeat the movement as the ball lands again to help lift the ball back up into the air. We're going to do this again and again. Finally, we're going to catch the ball on our bat instead of striking it. Here, we need to cushion the ball as it lands by relaxing and lowering our bat. This absorbs the impact of the ball and helps us to keep it under control. As before, children are going to use both sides of their bodies. This helps them to become more coordinated, more dexterous, and deal with a multitude of different situations. In our third activity, we're going to ask children to fill a quarter of a plastic bottle with water and then screw the lid back on tightly. The challenge here is to flip the bottle so it does a 360 in the air, one full rotation, and then land on its base. Our children are now refining their evaluating skills. Too much or too little of a rotation and we don't land it successfully. We review and adapt our throws after each iteration until we eventually get 5 successful throws on each hand. To make the game easier, you can simply kneel down so that the bottle covers less distance during its flight. Children develop resilience and composure as it could take tens of throws until we get 5 successful landings. These psychological traits are essential for both PE and long-term skill acquisition. And our final activity sees children return to using their ball or rolled up sock, this time using the upper and lower half of their body in combination. We start by dropping the ball and using our feet to kick the ball back up into our hands. Once we've become proficient at this, we progress to throwing the ball above our head before we kick and catch. We can safely increase the height as we become more confident. Finally, we move on to throwing, kicking, turning and catching, to challenge and refine children's movement skills even further. During these activities, children move different parts of their body in combination. Fundamental movement skills like these are the building blocks that children simply must master in order to become truly proficient at sports later on. It's essential that we help children master these basic movements as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found this week's video useful. If you did, then please like and share the video with anybody else that you feel might benefit. And as always, remember to subscribe so that you can catch next week's video. I'll see you then.